Former Emmerdale star Matthew Wolfenden is thrilled after it was confirmed he had joined the cast of Hollyoaks. The 45-year-old is renowned for his previous role as David Metcalfe in the fictional Yorkshire village. David was one of the main characters in the soap from 2006 to 2023 before Matthew quit the cast. He has now returned to the world of soaps as he will arrive in the Channel 4 show as part of the new Keane family. Matthew has been cast alongside Rebecca Ryan and Lewis Walton, who have both appeared in Coronation Street. Reacting to the news, the soap star said, "I'm so excited to finally share that I'm joining Hollyoaks as part of a brand new family arriving in the village. It's an absolute privilege to step into this world and be part of something so iconic. From the moment I read the scripts, I knew this was going to be something special. I can't wait for the audience to meet them and see how they turn a few heads along the way. It's going to be a ride, buckle up." Rebecca, who is also renowned for her role as Debbie Gallagher in Shameless, is also delighted to be joining the Cheshire Village. She said, "I am so excited to be joining the cast of Hollyoaks. My character is feisty and a bit of a firecracker, but fiercely loyal. I am so excited for everyone to meet her. I am having the best time so far and can't wait for her story to unfold." Hollyoaks is filmed in Childwall, and it represents a quick return to Merseyside for Matthew, who appeared in a pantomime in St Helens last festive season. The soap star spoke to the Echo ahead of his appearance in Dick Whittington as he shared his reasons for leaving Emmerdale. He said, "I absolutely loved it there. The only reason I left after 18 years was because I wanted to do more theatre. When you're contracted at somewhere like Emmerdale, you can't do anything else, because it's such a juggernaut. You're working every single day, which is why it's such a good job for an actor. Every day you're getting up in the morning, going to work, and you're acting. However, you can't do anything else. I got to 43 and I looked over the table at Chris Chittle, who plays Eric Pollard, and I thought, if I don't leave now, I'm going to end up like that. The actor was about to release a new podcast with former Emmerdale co-star Roxy Shoidi named Midlife Reboot, and said he has learnt a whole new perspective after leaving the role. He said, "I've realised now after 18 years in a really cushy acting job, that jobs are few and far between. They don't come around very often, so, in between times, you've got to have another string to your bow, a bit of a side hustle. So we're going down the presenting route. We've been doing our podcasting. We've been keeping on our toes and keeping busy. We've just recorded a new one, but haven't released it yet, called Matt and Roxy's Midlife Reboot. It was originally called Matt and Roxy's Midlife Crisis, but we thought we want it to be a bit more positive than that. We've just recorded our 8th episode, so that will be released soon, and it's a good one." Matthew didn't rule out a return to the Dales at some point in the future, as David survived the fictional village to move away to London, unlike the character played by his podcast co-host, Layla Harding, who died in the limo crash this year. He laughed. "Luckily for me and not Rox, the door should be wide open to let David back into the shop. Sadly for Roxana, they killed poor old Layla off, which she tells me every single day when we're working together." Away from the screen, Matthew is a proud dad to 3 boys who he shares with ex-wife, Charlie Webb, renowned for her role as Debbie Dingle in Emmerdale. Matthew and Charlie separated in 2023, and the actor is now in a relationship with Heather Scott Martin, who appeared in Elf, the musical, with him in 2024. Wolfenden will appear in Hollyoaks as part of an entirely new family arriving in the village, the Keane family. The storyline is expected to introduce fresh drama, new rivalries, and intriguing secrets that will shake up life in the Cheshire-based soap. When the news broke, Matthew shared his excitement publicly. He revealed that joining Hollyoaks felt like stepping into a brand new world, even after years of experience in the soap industry. "I'm so excited to finally share that I'm joining Hollyoaks as part of a brand new family arriving in the village," he said. "It's an absolute privilege to step into this world and be part of something so iconic." For Wolfenden, the scripts immediately grabbed his attention. He explained that from the moment he read them, he realized the storyline had the potential to become something special. "From the moment I read the scripts, I knew this was going to be something special," he added. "I can't wait for the audience to meet them and see how they turn a few heads along the way. It's going to be a ride, buckle up." Joining familiar soap faces, Wolfenden won't be the only recognizable face joining the new Hollyoaks storyline. He will appear alongside Rebecca Ryan and Lewis Walton, both of whom previously appeared in Coronation Street. Rebecca Ryan, who many fans also recognize from her role as Debbie Gallagher in the cult hit series Shameless, is equally thrilled about joining the soap. She described her character as strong, passionate, and fiercely loyal. "I am so excited to be joining the cast of Hollyoaks," she said. "My character is feisty and a bit of a firecracker, but fiercely loyal." Ryan added that she has already had an incredible time filming the scenes and is eager for viewers to meet her character. "I am so excited for everyone to meet her," she said. "I am having the best time so far and can't wait for her story to unfold." The arrival of the Keane family is expected to shake up existing storylines in the Hollyoaks village, bringing fresh energy to the show, reflecting on an Emmerdale legacy. While Wolfenden is looking forward to his future in Hollyoaks, his legacy in Emmerdale remains deeply significant. David Metcalfe was one of the central figures in the village for nearly 18 years. During his time on the show, David experienced numerous major storylines, from romantic relationships and family struggles to dramatic confrontations with enemies and rivals. He formed relationships with several key characters and became a central figure in village life. For fans, David's journey felt like watching a real person grow up. When Matthew decided to leave the show in 2023, many viewers were surprised. However, the actor later explained that his decision was motivated by a desire to explore new creative opportunities. Why Matthew Wolfenden left Emmerdale? Speaking about his departure, Wolfenden said that after nearly 2 decades in the same role, he felt it was time to challenge himself in different ways. "I absolutely loved it there," he explained. "The only reason I left after 18 years was because I wanted to do more theatre. The demanding schedule of a major soap opera made it difficult to pursue other acting opportunities. When you're contracted at somewhere like Emmerdale, you can't do anything else," he said. "It's such a juggernaut. Actors on the show often work long hours, filming multiple episodes each week. You're working every single day," he said, "which is why it's such a good job for an actor. Every day you're getting up in the morning, going to work, and you're acting. However, that stability also meant sacrificing other opportunities. You can't really do anything else," he admitted. A moment of realization. Wolfenden revealed that one particular moment made him reflect on his future. He found himself sitting across from longtime Emmerdale legend Chris Chittle, who plays the iconic character Eric Pollard. Looking across the table, Wolfenden suddenly realized how easy it would be to remain in the role for decades. "I got to 43, and I looked over the table at Chris Chittle," he recalled. "And I thought, if I don't leave now, I'm going to end up like that." The thought made him consider whether he wanted to spend the rest of his career in the same role. Ultimately, he decided it was time to take a leap of faith, exploring new creative paths. Since leaving Emmerdale, Wolfenden has explored several different creative outlets. One of his most exciting new projects is a podcast created with former co-star Roxy Shoidi, who played Layla Harding in Emmerdale. Their podcast, titled Matt and Roxy's Midlife Reboot, focuses on navigating life changes and embracing new opportunities. Originally, the show had a slightly different name. It was originally called Matt and Roxy's Midlife Crisis, Wolfenden explained. "But we thought we want it to be a bit more positive than that." The podcast has already recorded several episodes, with new ones set to release soon. Wolfenden says the project has helped him gain a fresh perspective on life after leaving a long-term role. The reality of life after soaps. After spending nearly 2 decades in a stable acting job, Wolfenden says he quickly realized how unpredictable the entertainment industry can be. "I've realized now after 18 years in a really cushy acting job that jobs are few and far between," he said. "Opportunities don't always come regularly, which means actors often need to diversify their careers. So in between times, you've got to have another string to your bow," he said. That's why he has been exploring presenting work, podcasting, and theatre performances. Theatre and stage work. Wolfenden's passion for theatre has been one of the driving forces behind his career shift. He recently appeared in pantomime productions and stage shows across the UK. One notable performance took place in St Helens during the festive season, where he starred in the classic pantomime Dick Whittington. The actor also appeared in Elf, the musical, where he met his current partner Heather Scott Martin. Life beyond the screen. Away from the spotlight, Wolfenden is a proud father of 3 sons. He shares his children with his former wife Charlie Webb, who Emmerdale fans know as Debbie Dingle. The couple separated in 2023, but remain focused on co-parenting their children. Family remains one of the most important aspects of Wolfenden's life. Despite his busy acting schedule, he prioritizes spending time with his sons whenever possible. Could David Metcalfe return? One question fans often ask is whether David Metcalfe might someday return to Emmerdale. Unlike many soap characters, David was not killed off when he left the show. Instead, he simply moved away to London. That means the door remains open for a possible comeback. Wolfenden himself has hinted that a return could happen one day. Luckily for me, he joked, the door should be wide open to let David back into the shop. His podcast partner Roxy Shoidi, however, isn't quite so lucky. Her character Layla Harding died in a dramatic limousine crash storyline earlier this year. Wolfenden teased that Shoidi frequently reminds him of that fact. Sadly for Roxana, they killed poor old Layla off, he laughed. Which she tells me every single day when we're working together. A new era ahead. For now, however, Matthew Wolfenden is focused on the future. Joining Hollyoaks represents an exciting new opportunity, one that allows him to reinvent himself and explore new characters. After nearly 2 decades as David Metcalf, stepping into a completely new role will challenge him creatively. Fans are eager to see how his character will fit into the Keane family storyline and what kind of chaos they might bring to the village. If Wolfenden's history in soap drama is any indication, viewers can expect plenty of twists, emotional confrontations, and unforgettable moments. And as he promised when announcing the news, the ride is only just beginning. For audiences tuning into Hollyoaks in the coming months, one thing is certain. Matthew Wolfenden's return to soap television is set to make waves.